What does it do again? So TR43 is the TR for Overheat, and when you fling a TR, the base power of fling is the base power of the TR you're flinging. So this is max power fling is base 130 power because Iron Ball will be flung at base 130 power, but there are two TRs that are also base 130 power, and those are Leaf Storm and Overheat. So TR43 Overheat, it gives fling base 130 power without the downside of being slowed down by Iron Ball. So you just get to launch at your opponent, get a huge hit off, a dark type hit off, which is exactly what I need against something like a Metagross to kill it. I live a bullet punch from full, and we're good to go. Next up. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the fourth week of the PAC. The New York Empoleon have managed to pick up 2 victories and 1 unfortunate loss this season so far. We're going into a matchup against one of my favorite people in the community, Liv, coach of the New Orleans Saint Snow. If you have not seen her content before, go check the link out in the description below. We have faced many times, but not recently, and it's really exciting to get a chance to face her again because it has been quite some time. Now, her team is terrifying, as are all the teams in the PAC. She is a phenomenal coach, as are all the coaches in the PAC, so I'm expecting this battle to be a very, very good one. But if you do want to check out other content, and I again encourage you to check out other content of all the coaches in the PAC this season, links are in the description below. Now, once again, I am live streaming this to Twitch, so anyone who's here right now on the Twitch channel, definitely don't give me any information about what sets could possibly be against me, what moves that we haven't seen yet, that haven't been revealed, or anything like that, or EVs, or spreads, or damage calcs, or anything. Please do not type any of that. You will be immediately timed out, if not banned, because this is not a ghosting legal league. I am not allowed to have help, and so I will not be accepting people who did not hear that and want to give me that help. If you want to just roast me for things like how could you not have foreseen this move coming or whatever, that's fine. And if you want to do that and you're currently watching this on YouTube in post, go follow my Twitch channel where you will be notified every time that I go live for all of these battles. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it and see what sets we are facing this week. And we do see the Metagross and the Slowking. I'm not surprised to see Slowking. She's loved it this season so far. We don't see Talonflame here. Oh, we do Talonflame. Sorry, we don't see Zarude here, which is good. Everything else I was expecting, it was sort of Zarude or Slowking in that last slot. I wasn't sure. I had everything else right. Diancie was the thing that I was like most afraid of, and I'm kind of glad not to see it because it did a lot of work against my roster. And honestly, the things that can take a +1 hit from Kyurem didn't come, which is awesome. So I just need a little bit of chip on things in order to make that put in the most possible work. And we do see the Rotom and the Talonflame, which is a little annoying because those both do have access to defog. So webs are going to be a little bit of more of a pain to get up. That said, I also don't think I'm going to lead with my Swirlix. I do think that either the Tauros, which just does so much damage straight up, or even the Mandibuzz are better leads. The reason I would lead Mandibuzz is specifically for Will-O-Wisp on the Talonflame as a possible lead. Otherwise, I think Tauros is a better lead there. And he has Metagross, which resists the Body Slam, but doesn't want to take a Throat Chop, and he has no switch-ins to Body Slam otherwise. So we'll see what, or excuse me, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That is my fault. I am the worst, has no switch-ins to Body Slam. But there's the Zygarde lead, and we are underway. Tauros is facing the Zygarde down. And I do have Ice Beam for this, and it does a ton of damage here. 1,000 Arrows doesn't kill me. It could be weakness policy and go for like a big hit here. So I could just Body Slam instead to just do decent damage to the Zygarde, which I think is going to be my play actually, instead of going straight for the Ice Beam, which isn't going to kill no matter what. We are gonna see. Also, to anyone who understands her naming scheme, great. I don't, but I'm sure someone here does. I think it's all anime related. Now, the Metagross could come in, but that's actually fine by me, in all honesty. It means the Zygarde didn't set up. The Metagross is going to take a Body Slam here. I don't reveal the Ice Beam by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it's all good. So, you know I have Body Slam. I mean, there's no way you don't think I have Body Slam, right? So, There's the Rotom, and that thing's about to take a body slam to the face. And unless you're Scarfed, at which point Blizzard will only kill if you're modest and only on a roll. Throat Chop feels like the safest play here, since you could go into Metagross on another body slam, and Throat Chop will 2 KO that, and it will kill this from here. And you know I'm Life Orb, you did the calc. So there's the Throat Chop coming out. Rotom Frost is gone. And Tauros kills Rotom Frost with Throat Chop. And honestly, I don't mind revealing the Throat Chop because it tells you, like, oh shoot, he has the Throat Chop and he's not afraid to click it. So Metagross is now not a safe switch in. So in comes the Keldeo. After a big sack right there. Body Slam doesn't kill you from full. I could Scout for Scarf in exchange for completely sacrificing Tauros that you have no switch into, which seems like objectively not my best decision. I could go out into my Mandibuzz here, which doesn't love taking hits, but can be used to Scout here, and I think is the better play. It's not going to die. I mean, even if your choice specs, it's not going to die. Hydro Pump does a lot, though. And you landed it, too, which is unfortunate. And does that look... I just wrote Hydro Punch into the calc. So we went from 217 to 70 something. So is 217 minus, let's say, 76 or so. 141. That is below max special attack, but it could be max special attack specs damage. I don't have another switch into this. I could just let this go down. What do I need it for right now? Nothing specifically. I could just let it go down here and then go out into my Swirlix at that point, which I think is going to be my best play. So I'm just going to Toxic here. Metagross could come in, but I don't think it's going to. Maybe it does. Oh, wow. Metagross does come in here. Little surprised to see that. Are you going to try to set up? I don't want you setting up like an agility or getting a weakness policy boost, so I think I'm just going to taunt here, since that is my safest play. You could outspeed me, but I don't pound into a weakness policy. That's all I care about right now. Agility is fine by itself. And you don't outspeed me. You can't Rocks. You can't Toxic. Toxic. Huh. Okay. And I do outspeed you, which means you have like no speed investment, which is really good to know. I could Roost, although the Hammer Arm is sort of a reasonable play. So I think I just foul play at this point. Even if I hit the weakness policy now, you don't outspeed the rest of my roster. So that's fine. Since Bullet Punch at +2 isn't going to kill Blaziken, even if you're max attack adamant. And you don't outspeed with the agility or anything. Oh, is Liv having some flashbacks right now? The last time we faced, when I used a Taunt Mandibuzz to stall out that game so much. But we do see the Meteor Mash come out. Not like a Hammer Arm or anything, and we're going to live that just fine. So I think I could Roost here. And just keep this thing healthy. Again, as a switch into the Keldeo, perhaps. We do see the leftovers. Or do I just attack? I think I Roost. I know I outspeed you, so even if you shake off the taunt, I outspeed you, and we can just foul play whenever. So you're going to switch out and go into Keldeo? Keldeo. And we're going to be... Let's see. Are we out of range of Hydro Pump here? Turned a negative into a positive real fast on that one. We're way out of range of a Hydro Pump. So I think Toxic is safe here. You could sub, but I think you're probably specs. Flip turn. Okay. Are you going back into the Metagross? Still baiting out the... Wow, back into the Metagross. Just does not want that thing getting toxic, which is reasonable. I mean, that is one of my best ways of breaking it down. But now I'm fairly healthy here. There's no reason for me to click anything but Foul Play at this point. I'll end up at just as healthy as I was before that Keldeo was here. And I'll be able to kill the Metagross, which is the switch into the Toxic and stuff. So we'll go for the Foul Play. And if you go back into the Keldeo, you go back into the Keldeo. It doesn't seem like the +1 attack is going to do very much for you. And it's just damage. So why not? Switches out. Keldeo comes in. Okay. I'm out of range of a Hydro Pump. So damage is damage. That's not going to do much for you. And I can just go for a Toxic. You can go back into the Metagross if you want. I end up exactly in the same health as I was before. So yeah. Go ahead. Go back into Metagross. Flip turn into Metagross. There's the Hydro Pump. Lands it again. What a talented trainer. We're out of range. Toxic. Alright. Finally get that off on the Keldeo. Now, Kyurem could come in on these Hydro Pumps. I don't know if it wants to. Because that's definitely Specs damage. It can. It can come in on the Hydro Pump and still live a Bullet Punch from Metagross from the range that it's at. But I think, if we're being honest, I don't make that switch right now. I just stay in and go for a Roost. And kind of see if you miss a Hydro Pump. Because you've landed 2 straight. Alright, lands 3 straight. So Keldeo kills Mandibuzz with Hydro Pump. And now I just go out into Kyurem and click Dragon Dance. Hey, I missed a Hurricane. I missed one Hurricane in there. And if my opponent had missed that Hydro Pump, then she would have had to deal with me roosting and surviving more, because I could just roost after that. So we're going to D-Dance here. Metagross, unfortunately, is going to Bullet Punch and be out of range right now of Icicle Spear and Dragon Claw, which means I'm forced to click Fling. Oh no. And Bullet Punch does a lot. Meteor Mash kills, so I can't risk going for another Dragon Dance. I just Fling. Yes! It worked! And he didn't even Bullet Punch, so... Kyurem kills Metagross with Fling. So satisfying. Oh, it's poetic too. TR43. Metagross is gone. And she's forced now... Slowking is something that can take a hit here now that I've used my Fling. But... Icicle Spear with enough hits kills. And it doesn't immediately kill me with anything. I could Dragon Dance again against this. I don't know what it's going to go for. Dragon Dance only allows me to kill with a 3-hit instead of a 5-hit, so there's no real reason for me to go for it. So we're just going to go for the Icicle Spear, because a 3-hit into a 2-hit, even at +1, will kill. And 5 hits already kills. Get the 2-hit, Psyshock comes out. I literally only needed 3 hits to guarantee Dragon Claw to kill. Now Dragon Claw's a roll, but it's a better roll than Icicle Spear. So I'm going to go for it. Unfortunately, if I gotten 3 hits the first time, this was a guaranteed kill. It's going to kill here anyway. So Kyurem kills Slowking G with Dragon Claw. Now you've seen my entire set, but what is your plan? What do you do to beat it? Talonflame, unfortunately, is still healthy enough, again, to force me to click Icicle Spear and need to land multiples. But it avoids the... I need to land at least 4, it looks like, to kill max HP. But it avoids any Flame Body. So Dragon Claw, which isn't even a roll. Ooh, you're Gale Wings. probably for the Blaziken, but without the Gale Wings and without Flame Body. All right, we still need 4. We get 3. Or you're Scarfed. You might be Scarfed, at which point, good play. But I'm just gonna Ice Skull Spear again. No, it was actually Gale Wings. Okay. So Kyurem kills Talonflame with Ice Skull Spear. I'm so happy. I'm so happy the Fling caught the Metagross. The Metagross didn't go for a Bullet Punch, thinking he could live any one hit other than Fling. That might have put me in range of E-Speed if you're like Bandit or something. So that's a possibility. But we just click Ice Skull Spear. I mean, do I need to click Ice Skull Spear or can I click Dragon Claw? Ice Skull Spear is way safer. Way safer. Even if you're Yachi. Extreme Speed. We live on 1! We live on 1! We take out the Zygarde. I don't know if that was Bandit. I don't know if that was a roll, but we lived on 1 HP. Kyurem coming in. The perfect EV spread. The perfect amount of hits on everything. And I think against Keldeo, I just click Dragon Claw. I don't see any reason to do anything else. Nothing else is going to do more damage. It may or may not kill if you're super bulky, but you are not super bulky. We saw that you were Specs earlier. And Kyurem kills Keldeo with Dragon Claw. Fling, everybody. Fling. TR43 takes out the one Mon standing in the way of Kyurem doing exactly that. Every roll was perfect. I mean, the Brave Bird could have probably done enough damage to put me in range of that Extreme Speed. The Psyshock probably could have done more damage. But we lucked out, picked up the victory here, and on the back of Kyurem getting 5 kills, Tauros taking out the Rotom Frost. That was not needed for Kyurem to do its sweep. Rotom Frost was not the thing standing in its way. It was 100% one of Metagross and Slowking, which everyone didn't get flung at. And if Metagross had been a little bit weaker, I would have been able to keep the Fling for the Slowking and make sure that I could win the game without worrying about it, but that's not what happened. I needed to use it on the Metagross. Sometimes you just got to kill what's in front of you, and I'm just thrilled. Just thrilled that the Fling worked. But thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys all back here next week as we continue on in the PAC. We are now 3-1, which gives us the tiniest buffer from the edge of playoffs. Right now, 2-1 was the cutoff. 3-1 hopefully will put us like just above the cutoff, maybe a game so I can lose at some point. I'm a little nervous right now. I've already lost 1 game. Don't want to lose anymore. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody.